Belum lagi. Okey.
Assalamualaikum, welcome back to Al Rumi channel. Shout out untuk Twin City Marathon 2024. Tetapi bila sebut race saja, ramai runners yang avoid perkara yang sangat penting ini, iaitu recovery. Dan kalau siapa yang injured, rehab. Tetapi sebelum race dan selepas race, recovery sangat-sangat penting. Tapi bukan saya yang layak untuk explain perkara ini. Bukan saya yang sesuai, sebab saya ada bawa pakar hari ini. Saya perkenalkan Jessie Lim atau Jess dari Apple Physiotherapy Petaling Jaya.
Hello, hi runners. My name is Jess. I'm a physiotherapist. So, thank you for having me again.
You buat kerja saya sangat senang. You dah terus introduce. So, Jess, tell all the penonton-penonton here about you and about Apple Physiotherapy.
Okay, I nak start dengan satu cerita between me and a runner.
Wow. Interesting.
During early days, bila I first start as a physio kan, I dapat satu runners dia ada masalah, running injury lah.
Okay.
So masa I interview dia, I ask about dia punya problem. Then I tanya lah, kenapa you tak pergi jumpa doktor? With the pain yang you ada, see a doctor. He said, no point lah. I tengok doktor, doktor suruh I stop running.
Oh, I pun macam kena dululah.
Okay. So he said, because I don't want to stop running. Siapa tak tahu stop running, my problem will be solved. What I'm looking for is someone to tell me what I can do.
Oh
so that I can continue to run.
Okay.
So stop running is not an option. That's why I tak pergi jumpa doktor, because I already know what the doctor is going to say. So this small sentence, right, actually change my perspective when it comes to bagi treatment dekat runners. Sebab the perspective has to different. So instead of when they come to me, I tell them stop running. I tell them what you can do, what not to do, so that you can continue to maintain your fitness, do your running at the same time, will not aggravate your injury. I think this is very important.
Sebagai runner, saya pun tak suka stop running. Saya pun biasa injured dulu. Dan saya tak suka stop running. Paling lama saya kena stop 6 bulan pasal saya kena stress fracture balik dari Chiang Mai Marathon 2017.
Oh my god.
Okay, tetapi hari ini runner nak tahu apa yang lebih mendalam. Bolehkah kita stop running? Perlukah kita stop running? Apa injury yang paling common kena pada runner? Dan yang paling penting, macam mana kita nak rehab, recovery dan prevention. Correct
Betul.
Tetapi Jess, sebelum Jess cerita lebih lanjut, kepada penonton-penonton, anda kena tontonlah sampai habis video ni. Dan siapa-siapa yang belum subscribe, bak kata sahabat saya dekat Petaling Jaya, subscribe and yes lah. Saya nak tanya, biasa masuk running event?
Saya sendiri? Adalah sikit-sikit.
Teman Mr. Ray ke?
Adalah, sometimes teman,
ke Mr. Ray tak pernah ajak you lah? Lari seorang-seorang lah Mr. Ray. Don't watch this
different standard, different level. Tak boleh.
Tak boleh. Sifu mah.
Iyalah, tak boleh lah. Nanti gaduh.
Tapi you pernah dengar Twin City Marathon tak?
Pernah.
Okay.
Famous.
You pernah masuk ke?
Tak pernah. Takut.
Takut. Twin City Marathon I suka sangat pasal my first full marathon. 2017 Januari. Itu masa I masuk tu I tak tahu apa-apa. Memang I masuk saja. Nasib baik lepas tu I start to prone to injury lah. Pasal I tak ada proper strength, I tak ada proper training schedule.
Berapa km you buat first time?
42 km.
Ada training ke?
Ada, tapi not sufficient lah, not structure lah.
Ada.
I dah biasa masuk half marathon that year. Half marathon 3, and then I terus masuk full marathon. Which is, I regret and not regret. Ada fixing lah. Okay, dan tahun ini, Twin City Marathon
berlangsung 28 April 2024.
Dah siapa nak register, guna kod saya
Rumi10, diskaun 10%.
Kan? Ada link kat bawah ni. Anda tekan saja. Dan salah satu favorite running event saya. Back to our topic here. Very interesting. Okay, sambung balik pasal tadi. Then maybe you can tell the viewer about the center here.
Okay, so basically Apple Physiotherapy started in 2011. Dah lama dah.
Okay.
So we have branches dekat KL, Puchong and PJ, and today we are in PJ branch.
You are one of the founder?
Co-founder lah. Co-founder.
I am on that.
Founder, it's not here today.
Okay.
Maybe one day you can interview him lah.
Okay, why not?
Yeah, why not, right? Maybe he's watching. Anyway.
He's watching. Okay,
so
thank you.
I better not say the wrong thing.
Alright.
Okay, basically, PJ branch opened since 2015.
Okay.
And then PJ branch is one of the branches where a lot of runners and sports injury people tend to come here. I guess it's because dia punya location lah. Sebab di tempat ni PJ Pump Sport Center dia macam tempat yang orang datang sports, rekreasi.
Saya pun nampak orang training swimming, bicycle, and also runners coming.
So that's why this branch we have a lot of sports injury people come here, and on top of that kita pun see patients dengan orthopedic cases.
Every time like a runner like me come, I bukan professional lah, just running recreation amateur kan. What the first thing you going to advise? Sama ada dia ada injured atau pernah ada injured atau tengah injured. What is your advice?
Okay, normally runners dia datang there ada two conditions. Okay, condition number one is dia sudah injured, dia in pain, sudah sakit. Okay. Condition number two is they are okay, tapi they want to do better. Dia ada plateau. Dia rasa macam dia nak better tapi tak boleh nak breakthrough, and then every time dia nak breakthrough, dia dapat problems.
Dia datang sini.
Dia datang sini, identify what happened. What else he can do better? Because sometimes plateau could be training masalah, physiological masalah badan you. Is it because your legs is not in good condition?
Bukan coach problem
Not just coach problem, can be coach, training problem, problem sendiri, you know, semua. So there are quite a number of, and some people they come, they want to know risk of injury. They want to know how to prevent their friends injured. Dia tak nak jadi injured because once you injured 3 months, 6 months stop running easily. So these are the two conditions runners coming, and the first thing that to me I think is important is we have to tell them what happened, apa yang sakit, what they can do, what they cannot do, these three. So once they understand the whole picture about their problem, and then the route of recovery will be easy and smooth because you sudah clear what to do, what not to do.
So biasa kalau datang sini you akan buat apa? Assessment?
Yes, assessment is very important. Assessment is something kita akan buat, kita akan test to see what is the problem, to find out the root cause of the problem.
So hari ini dia akan kena assess lah ya.
I think so.
Jom kita pergi assess.
A few minutes later.
Okay, sit down. Kita akan test you punya lutut. Like tadi kita mention kan, knee pain is the number one running injury. So first, tangan letak macam ni. Okay, kita test kaki kanan dulu. So you punya kiri naik sikit macam. Okay. Kaki kiri jangan turun bawah tau. Okay. You berdiri guna kaki kanan. One, hook. Don't lose balance, maintain balance. Duduk. Okay. Left side. Yes.
Ini macam susah sikit. 3, 4.
Okay.
Balance. Naik boleh balance.
Okay, cuba duduk. So kita boleh nampak kaki mana satu yang susah?
Sini susah sangat.
So usually kita punya kaki ada imbalance tau. So when we do this test kita tahulah kaki Rumi, kaki kanan strong leg, left leg is non-dominant leg. Biasanya kaki yang dominant leg yang banyak masalah.
Alright, betul.
Every stress fracture pun kanan, patella pun kanan,
cramp pun kanan, ITB pun kanan dulu.
Oh iya ke?
I kena ITB, patella, stress fracture.
Itulah that's why. That's why this is the test we can tell. Oh, mesti kanan banyak masalah. Sebab left side malas, left side malas. The next test kita akan buat untuk ankle.
Buku lali.
Sebab buku lali yang number 2 yang senang kena injured. So kita test buku lali yang kanan dulu. Okay, you punya kaki kanan, second toe letak sini. Second toe okay. Left side betul letak sini. Okay, kaki kiri naik. Okay, tangan ada macam ni. Okay, you punya kaki kanan heel jangan naik So what you have to do, kaki kanan bend ke depan. Jangan angkat heel tau. Okay, so I want to see how far you can do. 10 cm. Very good. Okay, tukar kaki this one, come here. 10 cm pass.
Nasib
baik pass. Okay, raise. Okay, left side. Ini nampak gegar-gegar sikit lah Rumi.
Left ada sakit ni. Dah tempat semalam maybe.
Left side ini kurang sikit lah. Dia macam bergigil-gigil. 10 juga tapi I can see dia
suffer sikit.
So, kalau test ni, orang yang ada masalah buku lari akan sakit.
Tak ada, saya tak ada.
Dia akan sakit. Oh, they cannot bend further. Dia akan rasa heel want to lift up.
I
Ada
beat
sakit.
in the quad rasa tight.
Yes.
Lain okay.
Yeah. So good.
Pas.
Okay, Rumi.
Right.
We are going to do a test to see how fit is your calf.
Alright.
Calf betis, yeah? So why we choose to test betis is because betis is the muscles that selalu cramp when we run marathon. So we want to see one of the reasons why people cramp is because not enough strength.
Alright.
But strength, kalau you tak measure, you don't know, you know? Yeah. So today we are going to start with strength test.
Okay, penonton, ini masa yang paling sesuai. Dia nak test saya punya betis lepas long run 28 km semalam. Let's do it.
Okay, Rumi, what is your running cadence?
If long run easy 170.
170.
If tempo 180.
Okay, so I'm going to test you based on you punya cadence lah.
Alright.
So first, kita akan test kaki kiri. So you punya kanan letak sini.
Alright.
Okay, tangan letak
Don't
belakang.
do it at home.
Tangan letak belakang kepala.
Okay.
Okay, try to lift up you punya left heel. Put it down. Okay, so this is what you are going to do for the next 30 seconds.
Alright.
Okay, I set this metronome to 85.
Okay.
170 divided
170 bagi 2
Yeah, so
Alright.
you follow the beat
Okay.
for 30 seconds. Okay.
Ui, quite fast.
Yeah. This is the beat that you show me. You yang bagi tahu.
How many second?
12 second je. Rasa dah lama ke? Another 10
A
seconds.
few moments later.
Okay, stop. How do you feel, Rumi?
Tangkap. Betis
Tangkap. Okay, ingat how you feel sekarang. We have to do it on kaki kanan. Kaki kanan.
Azab belum habis, babe. Okay.
Kanan. Okay, start. Okay.
Kiri lagi teruk.
Kiri lagi burning Rumi?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which leg yang selalu cramp dulu?
Actually kanan.
Kanan Okay. Do you know why? There are two possibilities
Okay.
It's either the stronger one yang get cramp dulu.
Yeah.
Because like imagine you are in the company you punya colleague selalu MC, you overwork.
Yeah.
Then burn out lah. So
Yeah.
dia cramp. So in this condition what do you need to do? Instead of just stretching, spray you strengthen the left leg juga. Yeah? Because when we run left right, both kena equal.
Tak balance
Tak balance. So right side end up doing a lot more job than the left. That's why dia cramp and dia banyak masalah. Always banyak masalah dekat kaki yang dominan yang kuat lah.
Yeah.
People who is capable dia forced to do a lot of thing dah berpeluh-peluh ke?
Ya. Oi, banyak teruk I kena bully dengan you tadi yang paling susah yang tadi tu, yang untuk cadence
punya. Itu banyak susah actually because running a marathon itself is memang challenging.
Sekarang baru I tahu apa I punya current capacity, my current condition. So in overall lepas you tengok I buat tadi, apa your assessment to me?
Overall I must say you are above average.
Above average. Okay lah
You can do. Most of the test you boleh buat, but I can see you need some effort. Dia macam susah, but this is not main issue. This is the thing that kita kata plateau tu. So if want to improve this one, you punya strength and overall condition of your leg akan improve, and then naturally you punya training performance akan improve juga.
Okay, macam semalam, I nak tanya you dan penonton mungkin nak tahu. Biasanya kalau lepas hard session semalam I buat 28 kilo, I akan ice bath. Kemudian normally I akan arrange spot massage.
Yes.
Tapi I pergi spot massage dia tak ada pula check macam ni So ada beza ke dekat fisioterapi dengan spot massage yang I pergi tu?
Okay, very good question. I selalu dapat question macam ni tau. Sebab orang confuse between sport mesu dengan fizio. Dia sangat confuse because both pun macam boleh recovery kan.
Bunyi sport juga kan?
Bunyi sport juga. They are very different. Sport mesu dengan fizio lain. Okay? Sport mesu dia punya duty is soften you punya body muscles.
Okay.
Yeah, like for example, when to go to sport mesu. Bila you after training, like what happened to you, what you did yesterday, badan sangat high, uncomfortable. You need to see sport mesu.
Okay.
Then they will relax the muscles. Then you will feel comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, what kind of people need to do physio? Okay. Physio, it's like for example, let's say semalam you buat training, but today you wake up you feel certain part of your body sangat painful.
Yep.
Because like for you, you rasa generally you punya thigh lengur kan?
Yeah, very tight here.
Tight. It's just tight, but it's you can still move.
Yep. Itu macam DOMS DOMS.
DOMS, yes,
DOMS.
that's DOMS.
Okay,
Okay. Sport muscle is good for DOMS. Okay. Kalau let's say today Rumi, you wake up say, wah, bila I jalan, I punya lutut sakit, sharp pain, tak boleh nak kneel down, tak boleh nak sembahyang, then you need to see physio. Okay. Yeah, that is injury already. Kalau injury need to see physio.
Sudah problem baru carilah.
Cedera.
Tapi boleh kan sebelum problem kita cari juga kan?
Boleh.
Macam tadi kita buat assessment tu kan?
Yes. So after you do assessment, kita buat blood test lah. So you sudah tahu you punya body situation, you take preventative measure to improve and mitigate the risk.
So soalan kedua dia, untuk seorang runner yang maybe naif macam I dah ramai di luar sana.
Naif ke?
Dah tak tahu apa-apa sangat So mana satu nak pergi dulu? Nak pergi sport massage ke nak pergi physio? In any normal condition lah.
Okay. So whether you're naive or not, there is one thing that you cannot deny. Running, 70% orang injured.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which means 7 out of 10 currently injured or pernah injured. So 70% is very high. So when you have, for example, every time you do your training, you know there's specific tempat you punya kaki akan sakit punya, uncomfortable, consistent, then see physio. If you don't have specific part yang sakit, it's just lengur-lengur, see sport muscle.
Now I faham. Sebab sport massage dia akan tanya, ni nak buat post race ke pre-race? Dia tanya I, sebab I pun tanya, ni I belum race lagi. So maybe different treatment
Different. Physio is very much into injured, how to rehabilitate injury, and then some people dia dah injured tapi dia tak tahu pasal physio. Dia pergi buat massage tau. And then dia akan rasa, every time I massage, I rasa better, but I go running, same problem come back.
Wah, banyak saya tak tahulah. Sebut pasal injury, I dah tanya Sifu Ray Lee. Dia tak kenal Ray Lee tapi ramai orang luar kenal, popular dia sekarang Damn! Okay, disclaimer dia kenal Okay, apa injury yang paling common sekali untuk runners? Dan apa yang you biasa hadapi di sini?
Okay, so according to research lah, orang research they collect data lah. So top injury part knee problem, lutut.
Bukan blister kah?
Itu blister, tapi itu dermatology lah, bukan physio. That one I cannot help lah.
This is more into physio punya perspektif lah.
For my perspective, knee problem memang sangat common. And knee problem of course dia akan dibahagikan dekat small specific part lah. For example, cartilage problem, kneecap problem,
patella
problem.
Saya sudah kena patella. Yang close to knee, bukan knee tapi macam ITB.
ITB be considered as knee problem also.
Knee problem juga itu pun saya sudah kena. Macam-macam saya kena dulu.
Itu number 1 lah. Number 2 is foot and ankle.
Okay.
Tapak kaki sakit.
Itu biasa
biasa. Heel pain, plantar fasciitis sangat common.
Untuk saya I start running 2016. Ever since 2016, 17, 18, every 6 months I akan ada macam-macam problem injury. So I learn from a lot of mistake. Saya pun dah pernah buat beberapa video. Salah satu maybe you can tambah, you can give your overview. Pertamanya, saya always buat strength conditioning mobility at least once a week. Kemudian saya kalau nak naik mileage, saya always naik gradually. Saya dapatkan structure running, saya tak pandai training sendiri-sendiri. Kasut saya sangat sesuai dan saya always ada recovery. Pergi sport massage ataupun fisioterapi. Maybe you can add on my opinion. Then ever since I tak pernah injured sampai hari ni.
That's very good. So unfortunately Rumi dia go through journey yang sakit lah. Dia learn painful lesson.
Painful and cannot run 6 months.
Because dulu tak ada orang macam Rumi share the knowledge kan. That's why after he learn the knowledge painfully, sekarang dia nak share the knowledge to fellow runners so that you guys can prevent it. Rumi, your next goal is Tokyo kan?
Tokyo,
What is next after Tokyo? Ada lagi tak?
Tak ada, maybe half marathon standard chartered nak running dengan my wife, Erisha Rida.
Okay. The reason why I ask about goal is because every time when the runners come, right, I want to know their goal. What is their goal? Okay. So kalau you punya goal is to just complete this one and I don't want to do anymore, then we don't have to talk talk about how to improve it.
Sustain.
Yeah, if you say, after this, I have my specific timing that I nak achieve, then we can do more things. Then we can discuss further. So kalau Rumi, I'm very happy that dia sudah okay, he knows what to do, so that dia can running without getting injury every time after that marathon. Tapi kalau Rumi nak improve dia punya running timing ke, nak shave out a few minutes ke, then he has to work harder lah.
Okay.
So if he works harder, that means training volume akan tinggi, and then risk of injury pun akan meningkat.
That's why different before 2020, sejak saya kena serangan jantung, saya cardiac disease punya orang, I not running for timing anymore. So my doctor allow me to run only very moderate. That's why last time, like example, macam Tokyo 2020, the first edition yang I defer, my target is 4 hours 45 minutes. Now doktor kata you can run but 6 hours plus.
Doktor dah bagi warning
different. But I always encourage people register race, do your best, improve your timing. That's why macam Twin City, one of the best race, top 5 yang I suka. Selain tu ada KL Marathon, ada banyak lagi lah. Okay.
Listen to your body is very important. Macam Rumi, you
and
have to listen.
And one thing maybe you can also advise, lepas I kena stress fracture, until now, maybe I ada refer Sifu Rayleigh juga. Kaki I sampai sekarang selalu kebas. That maybe trauma yang dulu. Ada crack dulu tau bawah tu. I tengok demi MRI. I use Curexol for engineering prevention lah. So far it really works for me. And salah satu cara I always find way lah to prevent from further injury.
To improve
iklan kejap Curexol
okay. To improve your numbness lah. Memang if you have history of injury macam stress fracture, because stress fracture is something quite serious.
Very serious. I run my full marathon in Chiang Mai with the stress fracture, balik baru I tahu. But so far macam Mr. Ray is not 100% cure, but at least I can improve a lot. Last time yesterday I run 28 kilo with the Curexol. Ini dah video lain pula sepatutnya kan. I only ada kebas sini saja. Yang dulu-dulu yang kebas ball foot tak ada.
That's very good.
Tak ada.
That's why Rumi is very good sebab he keep finding solution.
Find solution. And always find the right person lah.
He keep meeting people. And then get their knowledge.
So sebelum kita close kita punya sesi hari ini, what is your suggestion? What your advice untuk semua runners atau yang baru jadi runners, lama ke baru, about sport rehab, recovery and injury ni?
Okay, first thing yang paling important is get yourself check and assess dulu. Sebab kalau kita tak check, tak assess, if you ask for advice, kita pun tak tahu macam mana nak bagi advice tau.
Punca dia apa
So kalau you confused, you not sure, come over. Kita assess, buat appointment, lepas tu kita buat assessment, then we will tell you what to do.
Okay, so come to Apple Physiotherapy. Explain dekat mana lokasi dia?
PJ Branch, dekat dengan PJNW.
Okay, you buat appointment terus dengan Jesslyn. Okay, kalau orang nak tengok dia punya social media apa dia?
Apple Physio Rehab. Instagram,
Facebook, TikTok tak ada
Itu tak ada lagi.
Siapa-siapa nak, link ada kat bawah ni, saya letak kat sini. Kalau klik saja, contact Jesslyn dan buat appointment. Okay, jangan malu-malu, jangan don't worry, Jesslyn tak bagi tahu anda punya problem kat orang. Okay, so saya ucap terima kasih kerana sudi. Thank you for having me here.
No problem.
I think this is a very valuable experience for me lah. Banyak juga saya belajar hari ini dan saya dah test macam-macam. Dan kepada anda yang suka video ni, tekan butang like, tinggalkan komen. Kalau anda nak tanya Jesslyn, jangan tanya saya, tanya dia terus. Sebab saya bukan pakar. Dan yang paling penting apa dia? Subscribe. Dan sebarkan kebaikan, stay healthy, keep fit and keep running.
Yo, what's going on?